Alright, so when we get ready to wash and style, or to style because we've already washed, I'm going to pull this over the back of the chair because the curly hair needs to be nice and wet when we style it and we don't want to soak the client. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to choose products strategically for her hair. So number one, we live in a very humid environment, so we want something that has a lot of things that go into that, like humectants in our ingredients are going to help pull moisture from the air into her hair. If we didn't live in a humid environment, we would want to be wary of too many humectants because they can actually do the reverse and take the moisture from the hair and put it into the environment. So because she has a finer strand, I don't want to start with a leave-in conditioner that is a cream because it will weigh her strand down and there's not enough room in the strand to really absorb it. So we're going to start with a spray. I really like this one. I like this line from Wavy as well because there are heat protectants in all of these products, so you don't need that extra product. So we're going to put it on. Now, we have to use the right tool for the job, whatever job we're doing. So you can't loosen a lug nut with a screwdriver. So we want bouncy curls, and in order to do that, that's not something that gel normally does. So we're going to choose a cream or a foam or a mousse that will help go in and pump everything up and volumize everything. Now I'm choosing a foam because it's the lightest of all the products and won't weigh her hair down, and we can put this all the way to the root. So I'm going to take one pump, just kind of work it around the scalp, and then I'm going to take another pump and I'm going to work it, kind of break it in a downward motion throughout the hair, and we're going to need about half a pump. I prefer to layer products unless they come pre-mixed, because if you just put everything in your hand, it just kind of meshes together and everything doesn't distribute evenly, and I am not a fan. Now for me, when I get to the part where I'm ready to style the hair, I like to take the gel and put it in subsections and style as I'm putting the gel in. I feel like it gives me better disbursement of the gel, and it also gives me more control of the product, doesn't weigh the hair down, and I can get pretty much a crunch-free finish. Your hair does not have to feel like straw to get the longevity and to get the definition and hold. So one of the things I love about the Wavy products is I don't get crunch and I still get all the benefits. So I like to section, turn you this way and have you look down. I like to section the crown here because I kind of style this all back to get volume. I work on the sides right here. Start in the back. This is going to be a little bit interesting. Especially for this type of hair. I'm using the bounce curl, but I'm choosing the volume edge lift to give me more volume. So I'm taking the gel and kind of dispersing it so I don't put too much in. And so you can see all that lift that I have right there. And I'm just gonna encourage the curl pattern. This is just one option. There are several ways that you can style. I'm just going to do that same thing in sections all the way up the head. Every heartbeat feels so sweet. Do you feel it now? This gentle
Everywhere I go, beauty finds its way in the little things of every day. A fleeting smile, the endless blue. Life feels better when shared with you. The laughter of friends,
We're just gonna move around to the sides and do exactly the same thing.
the golden glow as the sun goes down. Steps that echo on the quiet street. Every heartbeat.
And you may have noticed when I was twirling this hair back here, I went in the opposite directions for most of them.
Everywhere I go, beauty finds
But on the sides, I like to twirl them all back from the face.
things of every day. A fleeting smile, the endless blue. Life feels better when shared with you.
We're gonna come and hit this side. That's why I keep multiple.
The laughter of friends, a familiar sound. The golden glow as the sun goes down. Steps that echo on the quiet street.
Show you from the side what we're gonna do up front.
Feels so sweet. Do you feel it now? This gentle everywhere I
Pretty much
go.
same thing, just the mohawk
Beauty finds
gets styled
its way.
back. Now if there were like short bangs, I wouldn't style them back, I would style them forward because we don't want them any shorter.
The endless blue. Life feels better when shared with you. The laughter of friends, a familiar sound. The golden glow.
Now we're going to take our microfiber towel or our t-shirt towel. I prefer t-shirt just because I don't like the texture of microfiber, but as far as what works better, they work about the same. So it's really up to you what you want to get, what you want to use. Then you're going to have your client flip their head upside down. You're going to explain to them they don't have to go super fast, but they also don't have to go super slow. So just roll your head upside down for me. Now if you need to move things, you can definitely pick and move, just don't do all this. And then, let's see, you guys are getting moved down one so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of take it closer to the scalp and scrunch. You can kind of see that I'm pumping. And I'm looking and there's not a lot of water. That's another reason I like a darker fabric because you can see how much water. And then I'm just kind of working the ends. Starting close to the root and then working the ends up.
Steps that echo on the quiet street. Every heartbeat feels so sweet. Do you
I
feel
take some flexible hold spray. You want flexible, you don't want the non-movable stuff because that heavy hold spray, once the hair moves and dries, that's where it is. But this helps minimize frizz and it helps lock in that moisture. Now, if I were to plop, and I highly recommend if you have time, like at home or something, when they're styling at home, to have them plop. But for about 10 or 15 minutes, you can wrap this up and plop the hair. But since we don't have that kind of time in a salon, we're gonna go ahead and start the diffusing process. So you can come on back up.
the laughter of friends, a familiar sound.
Now, because everybody is on a lower level, we will be tuned.
Steps that echo.
Alright, so first thing to know is every blow dryer is different. So take that into account when suggesting heat and all of that. For me, I like the Gamma XL, and I like to have it when I'm not touching the hair, the airflow on medium and the heat on medium, but when I am touching the hair, I drop that heat down to low. Neither one of those ever need to go to high. And then when you're putting the hair into the diffuser, you want it to hang straight off of the head and sit into the diffuser. But then when you're ready to really start drying, you're gonna bring it up this way, toward the scalp, toward a hand. You don't want to leave it like this because you're just going to blow frizz right in the hair. So the other thing to note is if you just flip upside down, you're just going to get all the volume there. So you have to almost be a contortionist and do all of the ways. So we're going to start with your head bent over this way. And some clients, if they have like a heavier, thicker hair, it may get, maybe too much to sit like this, so they'll want to put their hand on their cheek on their hand or something. Now, I like to speed things up, so we are going to dual diffuse, maybe. There we go. So what I'm doing now is I'm over diffusing. I'm just starting that gel hardening. I'm not trying to dry the hair all the way. I'm kind of trying to start the process. I'm not doing all of this. Just slow, steady movement. Now I'm going to drop that heat down, and I'm going to kind of come closer to the scalp so that I can get the curl up as far as possible. Especially if her hair were a little bit longer. If you went just bottom all the way to top, you could over dry the bottom and under dry the top and everything in between. So this just kind of helps get the best curl pattern as close to the scalp as possible. Not trying to get it all the way dry either. About 80% of the way dry is fine. By the time we're done, it'll be dry. Now I'm going to turn her around.
The laughter of friends, a familiar sound. The golden glow as the sun goes down. Steps that echo on the quiet street. Every heartbeat feels so sweet.
So I love to have a barber's chair because I can let the client lay back comfortably instead of have them scooch down.
The little things of every day. A fleeting smile, the endless blue. Life feels better when shared with you.
Reset up. My chair likes to catch the caves.
Golden glow as the sun
Upside down.
steps that echo on the quiet street. Every heartbeat feels so
Now, in just about every curl pattern, the nape of the neck is always the one that wants to take the longest.
everywhere I go. Beauty finds its way in the little things of every day. A fleeting smile, the endless blue. Life feels better when shared with you.
And I'm going to take some weightless oil. We don't want a heavy oil, so I'd opt for no oil almost over a very heavy oil. But I'm just taking one little bit and I'm putting it all through my hands. I'm just looking.
Every heartbeat feels so sweet. Do you feel it now?
Alright, flip up for me.
This gentle everywhere I go. Beauty finds its way in the little things of every day.
Normally, I don't let him peek because I want to surprise him. But since you're peeking, she can peek.
Life feels better when shared with you.
And I'm just with the oil on my hand, I'm just gently separating the curl clumps, letting them fall. Curls will tell you where they want to live. Sometimes you don't get to choose, they just choose.
Golden glow
Sometimes you can encourage them nicely.
steps that echo on the quiet street. Every heartbeat feels so sweet. Do you feel it now? This gentle everywhere I go. Beauty finds its way.
We're going to take this trusty frame right here, and we're just going to kind of see where it separates and it looks like sparse. It's just because it's clumping one way or the other. We're just going to kind of work it together. This is going to give you some lift, but it's also going to bring the curls together and fill in those spaces. Some people have hair that can turn into Dolly Parton really quick like this, so you have to be careful and make sure that that's what they want.
Familiar sound, the golden glow as the sun goes down. Steps that echo on the quiet street. Every heartbeat feels so sweet. Do you feel it now? It's gentle everywhere I go. Beauty finds its way.
Oh, it looks so good.
Look at all that curl.
That's a ton of progress from where we started.
And it looks nice and full, even with all that curl in there.
I'm a fan. It's gonna be so good when the dye.
Yeah, because you can
It's
tell
so curly up there.
this is really going for it. So when this is down here and I
Yes.
don't like mess with it so much to get the volume, it's gonna be all.
It's gonna look so good.
I'm a huge fan.
It looks so good.
Your sound, the golden glow as the sun. Everywhere I go, beauty finds its way in the little things of every day. A fleeting smile, the endless blue. Life feels better when shared with you. The